നമസ്കാരം, പുതിയൊരു വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്നത്തെ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്ന ക്ലാസ്സസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സെഷൻസിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ടോപ്പിക്സാണ് India Italy strategic partnership. Okay, Prime Ministers India and Italy reviewed the progress on the sidelines of G7 summit and agreed to strengthen cooperations in global and multilateral initiatives including India, Middle East, European economic order. ഇത് വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കാണ്. റീസെൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കണ്ട ഫേസിലൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. ഈ ആസ്പെക്ട്സ് ഓഫ് ബൈലാറ്ററൽ റിലേഷൻസ്, പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ റിലേഷൻസ് between the two countries were established in 1947, which was elaborated to strategic partnership 2003. In a virtual summit in 2020-2025 action plan was adopted that set an ambitious agenda for an enhanced partnership with these countries. Okay, in a virtual summit in 2020-2025 action plan was adopted that set an ambitious agenda for an enhanced partnership between the countries. Okay, economic Italy in India's love for the largest trading partner in the European Union after Germany, Belgium, and Netherlands. Indo-Italian joint economic cooperation has been existing since 1976. Okay, India is the fourth largest trading partner in the Europe after Germany, Belgium, and Netherlands. Indo-Italian joint economic cooperation has been in existence since 1976. Migrations and mobility partnership agreement signed in 2002 to ensure safe and legal migration. Technology, new science and technology and cooperation agreement signed November 2003 with the prime areas of joint research including electronics, biotechnology, energy. It's a new executive program of cooperation for 2085-2027 to promote joint research and development in science and technology. Defense and security. In 2003, Italy joined Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative Science and Technology. Joint military exercise Milan naval exercise. Okay. Cooperations in multilateral borders. Italy joined India-led International Scholar Alliance Coalition for Disaster Resilience as a global biofuels alliance and IMEC. Okay, Index initiatives marks 1 year birth anniversary. Okay, India is defense acceleration ecosystem. Index was launched in 2023 to build the defense innovation bridge between two countries under the initiatives on critical and emerging technologies. ICT Index facilitates partnership among US and Indian defense companies, incubators and accelerators, investors and universities. Achievements of Index commercial collaborations between defense companies of two countries in various defense domains such as intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, and etc. Explorations of modalities for joint innovation funding between two countries. Intersects Google, a hybrid information series for US and Indian defense startups. Industry academy engage exchange best practices on technology transfer and licensing, advanced research in emerging defense technology domains, etc. Okay, significance of India United States defense strategic alliance with strategic objective of both countries for open, free, and rules based on Indo-Pacific region. Okay, defense industry development along with the development of cutting technologies and capabilities. Addressing strategic challenges arising from emergence of China for both the countries. Developing new defense domains such as space force, AI use in defense, etc. Okay, then we have let's moving ahead with India US defense technology cooperation. In 2016, US is signed India as a major defense partner. Defense agreements include a logistic exchange memorandum of agreement LAMO in 2016, communications capability and security agreement in CASA in 2018, industrial security agreement in 2019, and basic exchange and cooperation agreement IBEC in 2020. IC overarching umbrella framework for technology cooperation covers commercial as well as defense technology. US India roadmap for defense industrial cooperation to fast track technology cooperation and cooperations in areas of mutual interest. Okay, Indo-Pacific economic framework for prosperity. India alliance Indo-Pacific economic framework for prosperity IP meeting. At the meeting, IPF members signed multiple agreements which are first of their kind approaches to address 21st century challenges and strengthen economic engagement across the Pacific. Key outcomes of the MOSEC IPF: a clean economy agreement to accelerate efforts of IBF partners towards energy security and transition, climate resilience and adaptation, CHG emissions mitigation, etc. IBF economy agreement to create more transparent and predictable business environment in member countries. Cooperation work program CWP, a new 3 CWPs announced for emissions in the city economy, e-waste, urban mining led by India and small modular reactors. Operational launch of IBF catalytic capital fund to support expansion of the pipeline of quality clean economy infrastructure projects. Not these agreements will enter into force after at least 5 IPF partners complete their internal legal procedures for ratification, acceptance, or approval. So India did not formally sign these agreements as a domestic approval process are still underway and will be completed after formation of the new government. About Indo-Pacific Economic Framework IPF, okay, mostly importantly Asia. About Indo-Pacific IPF launched in 2020 by 14 countries including India, United States of America, Australia, among others. It is strengthen economic engagement among other countries to advance growth, peace, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. Okay, 4 pillars of trade: Pillar 1, Pillar 2, clean economy; Pillar 3, and fair economy. Pillar 4, India status. India has joined pillars 4 of the IPF, while it has an observer status in Pillar 1. And next is Colombo process. India chair is first meeting as a chair of the Colombo process. About Colombo process, regional consultative process that provides a platform for consultations of the management on the management of overseas employment and contract labor. Compromises 12 member states of Asia such as Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, etc. India is one of the founding members. Thematic priority areas like skills and qualification recognition process, fostering ethical technical practice and regulations, international organization for migration, provides technical and administrative support to the call-up process. Economic revised priority sector lending announcement. RBI revises priority sector lending guidelines to promote small loans in economically disadvantaged districts with a low average loan sizes. Okay, revised priority sector lending norms incentive framework. It establishes an incentive framework for districts with lower credit flow, stating from financial 20 more, where 125% will be given to fresh priority sector loans in districts where loan availability is low, less than rupees 9,000 per person. This is incentive framework in districts with a high loan, more than 42,000 per person. The loans will have a rate of 90%. Other districts with expectations of outlier districts with low credit availability and those with high loan sizes, all of the districts will continue to have the current importance level of 100%. Okay, MSME loans, all bank loans, MSMEs shall qualify for classification under the PSL. Need for new priority sector lending norms. Okay, to address regional disparities in loan portfolio credit flow, for addressing lack of credit flow to MSMEs, to promote manufacturing industry or production of goods. Okay, about priority sector lending, PSL priority sector means those sectors which government and RBI consider as important for development of the country and are to be given priority of the other sectors, subject to ensure the vulnerable sections of societies and other developed areas to get access to credit. To direct a portion of bank credit to specific sectors and subsectors that impact large segments of populations and are crucial for the economy. PSL was formalized in 1972 to facilitate flow of credit to such sectors which through creditworthy are unable to access credit from formal financial institutions. Various committees associated with the PSL includes Knowledge of 1970 recommended adoptions of area approach based on which lead bank scheme was adopted. Ghosh Committee 1980 in which private sector categories very reversed categories under the private sector categories under private sector: agriculture, micro, small and medium export, credit of education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy, and others. Okay, the sections have further sub targets for the category of weaker sections. For example, small and marginal farmers in agricultural category, weaker sections under the PSL: small and marginal farmers, distressed farmers, indebted non-institutional lenders, artisans, village and important industries, and SCs such as beneficiaries of different rate of interest DRS scheme, 72 NRLM, NURM, self-employment scheme for rehabilitation of manual scavengers, SRS, persons with the individual movement, minority communities as notified by the government of India, distressed persons of other than farmers. Okay, targets or sub-targets for priority sector lending for different types of banks: categories: domestic and commercial banks and foreign banks with 20 branches and above, foreign banks with less than 20 branches, regional rural banks, small financial banks. Okay, for total priority sector, 40% of the NBC or credit equivalent of balance sheet exposure COBE higher, whichever is higher. Okay, CMS and domestic commercial banks, 75% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Okay, 75% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Okay, 80% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which the target of small finance banks. Okay, total priority sector, 40% of the NBC of credit equivalent of balance sheet exposure COBE, whichever is higher. Same as domestic bank, commercial banks, 75% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher. 25% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Okay, 80% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal firms, not applicable. Same as domestic commercial banks, same as domestic commercial banks. Okay, micro enterprise, 7.5% of NBC or COBE, whichever is higher or acceptable. Okay, same as domestic commercial bank, same as domestic commercial bank. Okay, advances to weaker sections. Okay, weaker sections are 12% of NBC or COB, whichever is higher, not accepted. 50% of NBC or COB, whichever is higher. Okay, same as domestic commercial bank. Okay, positive impact on private sector lending and on the Indian financial inclusion. We now ensure that credit reaches under the banked segments of population, example SMF movements and weaker sections support to agriculture credit issued increased from 2000 to 2020. 2020 is a 2020 at a compound annual growth rate of CAGR of 90.81% due to mandatory facility lending by commercial banks and other policies. Promotion of MSMEs by facilitating credit from MSMEs, PSL helps in creating jobs and boosting local economics. Income accumulation. A case study of Andhra Pradesh showed that beneficiaries reported enhanced income. The adjusted net back credit can be considered as net back credit plus investments made by banks in non-SLR bonds held to maturity category HTM. The private sector lending certificate PSLC certificates to guard against shortfalls in lending into private sector that are issued against private sector loans for banks. Banks can meet their targets and sub-targets by these instruments. Okay, ensuring with PS not performing as an NPS outstanding loan in private sector significant negative impacts on banks. According to some studies, PSL was more firm responsible for more NPA generation and a variety of NPA as well. Okay, increased cost, PSL increased in administrative and transactional cost banks. Other issues with PSL, long banks profitability, increased government interference, etc. Way for strengthen microfinance institutions and encourage opening of small finance banks, MFIs. Is could significantly increase the credit supply to unbanked rural and semi-urban areas through their vast distribution network and business model of last mile connectivity. Use of technology, example mobile banking app for loan approval to farmers to reduce cost of credit delivery and increase the reach and efficiency of PSL, especially in rural and remote areas. Okay, create a robust credit infrastructure and risk assessment tools. Okay, to better evaluate the creditworthiness of borrowers and reduce the incidence of non-performing NPS. If influencers, why in the news? The Securities and Exchange Board of India (CBI) has set the ground rules for unregistered financial influencers prohibiting regulated entities from dealing with them. Moreover, the CBI decided to introduce a fixed price process for delisting of frequently traded shares and also introduce a delisting framework for investment and holding companies (AHC). This move comes amid growing concern over the potential risk associated with unregulated influencers who might offer a based or misleading advice about a financial influencer. It's the person who gives information advice to investors on financial topics, usually on stock market trading, personal investments like mutual funds and insurance, primarily on various social media platforms. So also advertisements, passive income based on number of fees, collaborations to promote a financial product, affiliate partnership, including links in the video descriptions for viewers to buy a product or sign up of service. Reasons for rise of interest, lack of financial literacy. India has the lowest financial literacy rate of 27 with National Center for Financial Education 2097, and it influences aid to any new investor education and awareness creation. Increased retail investment. The share of retail investors in the cash market turnover jumped from 13 to 30% in financial year 2016, 45% in financial 2021. The national stock exchange just demand for information relating to financial instruments and stock markets has soared. Okay, exponential increases the number of new investors. Pandemic provided a boost with the increase in demand and supply for financial advice. New client registration hit a record 1.5 million in June 2022, more than double than 0.6 million in June 2020. Technological achievements. The trading was democratized as new age blocking firms built easily to use apps. Example, Zero the affordable smartphones, cheap data plans, and digital payments helped the influencers reaching the masses through social media platforms. Okay, issues is arising due to the rise of influencers, lack of regulations, difficult to gauge expertise and difficult qualification of the influencers, fix any liability on the influencer or product and individual from the potential risk. Market manipulation. Influencers are also being paid by the companies to manipulate the stocks for personal gains. Example, sellers or technology stock prices manipulated by influencers resulting in huge losses. High risk investment. Influencers may promote high risk investment opportunity that promise high returns without providing appropriate risk disclosures. Fees or relatability. The financial advice shared by the influencers is typically geared towards generating views and likes rather than providing reliable and well-researched financial information. Okay, this kind of first approach compromises the quality and reliability of the advice provided. Social influencers leverage their social capital and persuasive communication skills to cultivate trust and credibility among their followers, thereby exerting influence over the investment decisions. Potential for unethical practice. Influencers may promote certain stocks and you post personal gains through market manipulations, insider training, etc. Ethical issues associated. Behavioral economics. The influencers exploit the psychological bias such as herd behavior, confirmation bias, and social transparency and accountability. Due to the absence of clear regulations and accountability cannot be fixed for unethical advices given for covered personal credibility and authenticism. Influencers use forged profit and loss statements to appear credible, misleading the followers. Okay, regulatory action taken to prove influencers. CBA Investment Advisory Regulation 2013 is a framework for people who give financial advice for free. CBA consultation paper to restrict association of CBA registered intermediaries, regulated entities with unregistered influencers. Advertising Standards Council of India (SCI) reverses its guidelines mandating a CBA registration for influencers. ASCII and UDIP in-house rules mandate declarations of the content being paid for promotion to make viewers better informed. Therefore, clear definition of terms like influencers, investment advice, etc. So they are stand test to judicial regulatory scrutiny, including coverage of all mediums that have consumer access to financial investments communication. Example, TV, print, and digital media. Improve registration of financial advice and makes mandatory resident and disclosure requirements to avoid conflict of interest. Transparency and other electric communication. Like real-time digital supervisory mechanism having a code of conduct ensuring the financial information provided as truthful, balanced, and error. Okay, improved grievance redressal mechanism. This will enable the investors to report and seek relief for wrong investments, advise themselves, investors education, equip investors with the knowledge and skills needed to critically appraise digital financial guidance. Blocking firms, mutual funds, as well as the ACBI have been conducting investor awareness programs in Tier 2 and Tier 3 locations. Self-regulation organization Industry bodies need to initiate self-regulation protocols to uphold the regulatory performance evaluations. PVA establishment of a PVA as a third party need to enhance trust and reliability within the financial ecosystem by verifying performing reports. Okay, global expansion of regulation. Australia up to 5 years state for influence plus providing financial advice without a license. Okay. Oh, yeah. European Securities and Market Authority defined what constitutes investment recommendations, how to propose those social advice on social media, and has spelled out penalties for any breaches and defined a code of behavior for influencers, create mechanism of licensing according to the complexity of advice provided. Okay, the imposes a liability to have content disclaimers required to promoting prominent displayers. Singaporean and Chinese regulators also guidance for influencers, bridging global workforce. EAPS. Why did I say that the India Employment Outlook 2030 by ORF has highlighted that about 24.3% of the incremental global workforce over the next decade will come from India. Global labor market is scenario. Shrinking working age population. Many high-income countries are experiencing rapid demographic shift characterized by declining birth rates. By 2050, the working age populations in these countries will have shrunk by more than 92 million. Aging population early 65 and all will grow by over 100 million in many high-income countries. Working age individuals are essential for contributing to pension and healthcare systems that support all our generation, thus maintaining financial and social responsibility. Globalized job market, increasing accessibility to digital system alongside increasing acceptance of teamwork with colleagues who are not so located. It has enabled more globalized talent value chains, shifting international trade. Okay, significant churning and shift in international trade due to geopolitical situations, trade restrictions, and shoring as affected changes in job markets and associated wages. India's demographic working population. India's population exceeds 1.4 billion, nearly 65% of whom are working age of 15 to 64 years, and more than 37% between the ages of 15 and 34. This surplus labor force presents an opportunity to bridge the gap between labor demand and supply in advanced nations, bridging the skill gap. The global skill gap study by National Skill Development Corporation (STC) showed a growing demand for Indian talent across diverse sectors nationally worldwide. Projections indicate a significant demand in regions such as UAE, United Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Germany, Netherlands, UK, Sweden, Switzerland, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United States of America, etc. Dual advantage with a relatively young population, median of 28.4 years. India not only gets a competitive advantage in terms of workforce, but also an opportunity to unleash the consumption power of a young population. Previous success, India's success in exploring ID and BPS services is a good example for how India has leveraged its democratic advantage. The impacts of labor mobility. Okay, global productivity enhancement. Labor mobility can connect potential migrants with employees in need, enhancing global equity and productivity. Poverty elevation. Workers moving to richer countries can expect to increase their incomes by 6 to 15 times, significantly alleviating poverty. Social welfare. The positive impact of labor mobility extends beyond individual migrants. Remittances sent back home by migrant workers can play a crucial role in the improved healthcare, education, and welfare. In 2020, India received over $100 billion in remittances, making the first country to surpass $100 billion mark. Long-term impact of India's labor market. Mass migration of workers may have a long-term impact on India's skill development and potential brain drain, adversely affecting the sectors, the skill, healthcare, and construction. Okay, along the friendshoring, a growing trend where companies focus on building supply chain networks in countries that are regarded as political and economic allies. Okay, initiatives taken for realization of India's democratic advantage. Skill development, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has undertaken several programs for skill training such as skill innovation, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, etc. In order to cater to the global skill gap. National Education Policy 2020 provides for inclusion of vocational education in the school curriculum and impacting skill training in an early age. The migration agreements, India has signed migration and skill training agreement with various countries such as Italy, France, Germany, etc. Challenges in labor mobility. COVID-19 the pandemic was severely impacted migrant workers, particularly those in low-skilled jobs, leading to significant job losses and debt. Anti-immigration policies and sentiments, anti-immigrant sentiments, and restrictive immigration policies in many high-income countries create barriers for protection of migrants. Okay, complex process. Many countries have complex immigration process that can deter potential migrants. Additionally, there is often a lack of comprehensive integration progress to help migrant laborers to their new environment and become productive members of society. Increasing automation and groundbreaking advancements in technology such as artificial intelligence are fundamentally changing the nature of work. Okay, by forward understanding global labor demand, India can strategically align its labor supply with the demands of advanced economies, ensuring mutual economic growth and integration. Okay, skill development, India must invest in skill initiatives to equip its workforce with the necessary skills to meet international market needs, especially in sectors where there is a labor shortage. Okay, in high income countries. Okay, investing in Indian education and vocational institution can build a robust skilling ecosystem that meets global standards. International agreements enhance bilateral and multilateral agreements to facilitate labor mobility, simplify immigration process, providing clear information about migration opportunities, and offering support services for migrants can make the process more accessible and efficient. Okay, public awareness, addressing and negative public perception through public awareness campaigns and highlighting the positive contribution of migrants can help create a more fair environment for labor mobility, okay? Reducing labor mobility, transaction costs, and ensuring the smooth migration of returning workers into the Indian labor market. Okay, women, however, getting more women into the workforce will be pivotal, as only 25% will participate in 2000 according to ILO estimates. India's trade deficit. Why this? According to the official data from the Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in financial 2024, India recorded trade deficit without and of its top 10 trading partners. Current status of India's external trade, financial trade deficit, also known as negative trade balance, occurs when countries' value of imports are more than that of exports. China, USA, UAE, Russia, and Saudi Arabia are India's largest trading partners, example that is in descending order. Okay, India's trade deficit with China, Russia, and South Korea and Hong Kong increased price compared to while it narrowed with UAE, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and Iraq. USA, Netherlands, UK, Belgium, and Italy are top 5 trading partners with which India has trade surplus. Okay, impact of higher trade deficit on economy, negative depletion of forex reserves due to the need of pay of excess imports, raising concerns of depreciation of domestic currency, widening current account deficit, which may adversely affect credit rating of the country and raise borrowing costs. Strategic implication to sustain trade deficit, particularly for essential products of or critical sectors. Okay, positive access to wider range of goods. Okay, increased domestic investments in the deficit is driven by imports of capital goods, okay, etc. Reasons behind India's higher trade deficit: reliance on imported imports, including crude oil and pharmaceutical ingredients, changing consumption patterns, including increased demands for consumer durables, luxury goods, etc. Structural factors such as optimal growth of manufacturing sector, high logistic cost, infrastructure bottlenecks, etc. Domestic policies such as inverted duty structure, frequent bans on exports of commodities, etc. Others suboptimal utilization of FTAs, import system, non-tariff barriers by developed countries, etc. Agriculture through extensions. Why the Prime Minister awarded Krishi Sakhi certificates to more than 30,001 self-help groups in Varanasi. Krishi Sakhis are practicing farmers and trained by extensions professional in agriculture at the grassroots level. Agriculture systems support farmers and rural producers in applying scientific research and new knowledge to agriculture practices through education, training, and information. Role to be farmers friend at their doorstep will be with all necessary information, skills, and ability to guide farmers and various aspects of natural farming, providing capacity building and scaling in emerging area of natural farming and soil health management. Okay, Krishi Sakhi Convergence Program KCP, Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare MOI and FAV, and Minister of Rural Development jointly launched the Krishi Sakhi Convergence Program KSCP, aim to transform cultural India through the empowerment of rural women as Krishi Sakhi by imparting training and certification of Krishi Sakhis as para extension workers. It aims to create 70,000 Krishi Sakhis on natural farming and soil health management and in a phased manner. Part of Lakpati Didi program, aimed to create a 3 core Lakpati Didi small dimensions of which is Krishi Sakhi. Implementation has been rolled out of 12 states in phase 1: Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, and Meghalaya. Personally, over 34,000 Krishi Sakhis out of 70,000 have been certified as para extension workers. Okay, agriculture action systems in the currently agriculture R&D system in India is dominated by the public sector and is led by the Indian Council of Agriculture, ICAR. ICT-led interactive technology information dissemination with star various on farm technologies to be developed a technical vetting of for various monitoring of state and other agencies and stakeholders. Application and promotion of drone technology in agriculture across the country. Involvement in big data management by CRI and CSISA collaborative project for obtaining feedback regarding technology adoption and development of strategies for upscaling and outscaling. Okay, National Mission on Agriculture Extension and Technology (NAMAT) introduced in enable delivery of technology and improve current economic practices of farmers under the 4 submissions, namely submissions on agriculture extension, 1 submission on CN planning, material planning, and submissions on agriculture mechanization, and submission on plant production and plant quality. Okay, Krishi Vigyan Kendras KVKs. KVKs are field research units of the ICR and are related to test new seeds varieties, agronomic practice machinery, etc. in field conditions across different agroclimate zones before these are cleared for adoption by farmers. Additionally, they conduct farmer outreach programs through on-farm demonstration plots, training, etc. Other players in the public sector, state agriculture, SCU, and ICT-led extensions interventions by MOI, ICT-led schemes include Kisan call centers, etc. Extension services by providers mostly by input dealers such as stores, market seeds, fertilizers, and farm machinery. Example companies such as IFF, CO, and Cribho Education, etc. undertake extension activities by conducting farmers meeting, organizing crop seminars, and arranging for soil testing facilities, etc. Significance of agriculture extension services: improvement in farm income, promoting farm yields. Dalwai Committee report stressed that large number of farmers be aware of knowledge of production or lack the skill. Facilitate adoption in better technology, motivation, and institutional structures. Challenge with India's agriculture extension system: lack of investment. India spends about 0.7% of GDP on agri research and education, R&D, and extension and training, of which only 0.16% of is allocated to extensions and training. Regional variation. There are considerable variations in presence of extension system and investments across various agencies, which are also a few of the poorer states with a high dependency on agriculture and agricultural activity, and also the states with the lowest spending on agriculture. Okay, so secure allocation. India's allocations of agriculture, etc. and training is highly skewed towards crop husbandry and the western, while the domestic sector contributes significantly to agri output. Okay, lacks oriented. The public extension delivery system as functions more as targeted actively based rather than targeted outcomes based mechanism. For market-led system, there is an urgent need to reprioritize existing extension systems and transfer from the traditional food security perspective to more market-led extension systems, scaling research and extension, strengthening the links between research and extensions by increasing cross-sharing of experiences between the public, private, and civil society for sectors. Diversity, Sarani portfolio away from the crops and more towards annual husbandry and dairy high-value agriculture. Innovation networks, designing and implementing innovation networks through digital platforms to permit free two-way flow of ideas, technology, example ranking. KVK stroke KVK portal Darpana collaboration with the private partners under the public-private partners policy parts PPP mode. Okay, agricultural markets or periodic rural markets can be developed into routine logic company named primary agriculture rural markets RRM, which include slaves for aggregating produce, grading price discovery, and increasing the bargaining power of farmers. Okay, to know more over the cities and the details for Article 3.9 in the first 20. Technical textiles. Why news? The National Technical Textile Mission in Zimbabwe company has approved 7 startup proposals on the great supports scheme initiatives. More on the news. Grant for research and entrepreneurship across aspiring innovators and technical textiles. Great initiative emerged from the research development and innovation command of the National Technical Textile Mission. About technical textiles are defined as textiles materials and products used primarily for their technical performance and functional properties rather than their aesthetic or decorative. Technical textiles are used for various applications ranging from agriculture, roads, railway tracks, sportswear, health on one end, to the bulletproof jacket, fireproof jackets, high aerodynamic combat gear, and space applications on another end of spectrum. Okay, significance of technical textiles for India enhances the productivity. According to the technical textiles in India's board, is a 45 recognized in horticulture, leads increased in farm productivity 2 to 5 times. Okay, conversation with government engineering, like target of phasing out of single-use plastic items, provide opportunity for park tech to supplement the efforts by enhancing production. India is dominating the product tech segment with a global market share of 40 to 45%. High growth rate. In the technical textiles market growing a rate of 80 to 10% per annum. In the technical textiles market is the largest in the world and stood up just to $21.95 billion in export. India's exports technical textiles products grew from $2.21 billion in 2020 to $2.85 billion, registering a growth rate of 28.4%. This ability scale up in a short period, highway workforce generating capacity, etc. Growth factors, rising demand from new allocation of various standards and guidelines, availability of materials, climate change, and global advancements in material science, consultants in technical textiles growth in India. Import dependence on machinery. Currently, a majority of machinery used to manufacture technical textiles products is not available in India. Lack of production. Majority of intended and end users of technical textile products are still unaware of the benefits of usage of such products. Lack of standardization and reliant regulations for all technical textiles products do not have standard ranges, resulting in availability of standard cheaper products. Honorable Minister of Textiles objective encourages young innovators, scientists, technologists, and startup ventures in the field of technical textiles to translate their ideas into the commercial technology products and make India self-reliant. Granting it normally up to rupees 50 lakhs for a period of 18 months. Thanks. This is what